Welcome back, everyone. Hope your day is going well. It is Tuesday, and we got some stuff that came today. Um, Funny story to start off the video is I didn't realize until halfway through the day that yesterday was Columbus Day, and that as a result there was no mail service. So I kept checking my informed delivery throughout the day and going, man, where the heck is everything? I can't believe, not even junk mail coming in, nothing at all coming at this time of the year. Political mail, all that stuff. I can't believe nothing's coming in. And about lunchtime, I realized that, oh yeah, it's Columbus Day. That's why there's no mail. So they certainly made up for it today. We've got 5 returns that came back in. Some of this stuff I know exactly what it is. Others, I've got my fingers crossed because there could be some really cool stuff. So if things go the way I hope that they're going to go today, we could have some really, really cool stuff that shows up. So let's go ahead and get started and see what the day brings. So the first one I want to do is I want to open this one here up. This is what looks like probably like a little bit larger than a 5x7, not quite an 8x10. I've got a feeling that with this one here, if this is what I think it is, not going to say I'm going to be disappointed, but it's not going to be what I originally thought it would be. But no, this is not what I was thinking it would be. What the heck do we have here? Oh, okay. So, wow, that's, oh, that's what that is. So, I had written to Shaquille O'Neal, like most people have right now, and wanted to see what would happen with it. I am not under the belief that these are legit. I think that they are either auto pen, ghost signed, something like that. It's just kind of hard to know for sure because I've seen all kinds of things. I am of the mindset that why would an NBA Hall of Famer be just cranking out TTM successes week after week, month after month? But you know what? I figure it's worth giving it a shot. I'm not going to be selling any of this stuff, but I'll hold on to it, and maybe at some point down the line, I'll send one in to like a PSA or something to see if they'll pass it, and we'll kind of go from there. And if not, you know what? It's still something that's kind of cool. But yeah, the Mine Oh Mine, I forgot that's the charity, the foundation that he works with. So, yeah, that had completely slipped my mind. So I thought I was getting, well, it still is kind of true that they're probably not legitimate autographs, which is what I was saying opening this up. But I actually thought it was going to be a thing from a celebrity that was doing a fan mail signing type deal. And the word is that they're coming back as preprints. So we'll get that at some point down the line, I'm sure. So let's move on to our next one here. So this is kind of interesting. I'm like 99% sure of what this is, but the thing that was very interesting to me is they didn't use the seal on here, but they stapled it shut. So kind of interesting with that. I'm just hoping that we don't have any damage to anything. There is a letter that is in here as well. So I don't want to damage it when I'm opening this up because it might be a very cool kind of keepsake here. Okay, well, sweet. So this was not what I was expecting it to be, but this is another NC State return. When we flip it over, we have got our autographs on the back. So Mr. William Whitey Bell. Whitey Bell is in his, I believe he's upper 80s now. When I had started doing some research here, he's in his upper 80s. So this was one that I had done a little bit of research on and came up with what looked like a good address. So I wanted to go ahead and give it a shot and see if it would come back. And I was not expecting this. This one kind of flew under my radar. Because I've got another return that's out in the same area, and that's what I thought this was. But let's see what we got here. If he wrote anything, All right, so cool. Just a nice little thank you. God bless Willie Bell. So, as we've talked about in other videos, I had sent him some extras in there, certainly for him to keep. And so far, I haven't had, I think maybe I've had like one guy that just signed the extras and sent them back, or sent them back signed. But everybody else has really kind of enjoyed getting them. So very cool with that. And once again, it's with some of these guys, I'm sure they don't get any autograph requests that come in. So it is signed in a blue ballpoint pen, but I'm totally fine with that. It counts for me, and I don't think anyone's going to complain about that. So signed 4 of 4. I sent 8 altogether and gave him 4 to keep. So really cool. Again, I'm like legit surprised with that one. So that's kind of neat. Next up, we've got a return from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This one, I think I know what it is. But now that based on that previous return, that's kind of got me wondering now if I got something else out that I wasn't realizing. All right, cool. This is what I was wondering if I was going to be getting. So I saw a return head come out for Ike Hilliard. So Ike was a Giants receiver back in the late 90s, early 2000s, kind of in that Tiki Barber era. And what I had seen is that he was he's a position coach with the Steelers. And I had seen somebody had gotten a return from him. So I figured, what the heck, try a couple stamps, go ahead and send out. And very pleasantly surprised. Did 4 of 4 for me here. So really cool. Nice thin blue Sharpie on that. Personalized all of them, which, hey, you know what? Unless you're a reseller, who cares? It's kind of neat that, I can add these into the collection personalized for me. So I really like the way that the rookie collection here came out, just with him being outstretched there, and then he signed perfectly right underneath it, so it doesn't interfere with the action on the card at all. So yeah, this was one that, based on the address I saw, or the postmark I saw, I figured that was the case with it. But this actually came back really quick, considering that I sent to, and I'll tell you guys, I sent it out to the Steelers offices in Pittsburgh. So this was only out for maybe like 2 weeks or so. So there you go. There's your tip for the day. If you need Ike Hilliard, go ahead and send out care of the Steelers. He is signing and getting them back quick, apparently. So another great return for the day. So we are 3 for 3 right now. I'm considering Shaq a success just because I got something back. Which one do I want to do next? All right, let's just go ahead and do this one here. So this is the one out of Charlotte. What's interesting is there's something extra in here. It's just like there's like some extraness to it. I don't know if this is what I think it is. I'm really, really hoping that it is. Let's see. Okay, so it wasn't what I was expecting, but still very cool nonetheless. So another NC State return, just not one that I thought I was going to be getting. Tommy Maddox, another NC State guy. And he, in the set, had 3 different cards. So I sent along, again, I sent, so 6 for me, so another 6 for him. So I sent 12 cards all together, sent them along. And he did keep those. And then this is when you get something really cool like this. You made my day, Rob. Thanks for the cards. I'll pass them along to my daughter. So the fact that, the two old school guys, in this case here, Tommy Maddox played at State from 64 to 66. So you figure he was about 20 years old then. So, now we're adding on, another 60 years, give or take, somewhere around in there. I think. I don't know. I'm not trying to do math. It's been a long day. But, the point is, an older guy there, and just, I'm sure that they just don't, they probably never even really saw these when they came out, just based on some of the reactions I've had in person with guys. But so to get these done is, again, really cool, because with me only having started to truly work on this set probably in the last year, even though I've had the cards for a long time, as I'm trying to find these guys, there are ones that passed away that, I'll probably never get. And I'm not talking about like the K Yaos and Jim Valvanos, but some of these guys that probably never had anybody even ask for their autographs, but were alive when the set came out, that now, I don't even know if I'll ever be able to get them. So this is never going to end up being a fully complete set. It can't be. But even just to try and get everyone that was alive when the set was released, I don't even know if that's going to happen. So I'm just doing this for fun. As many as I can get, I'll try and get, and we'll keep them going. But I'm encouraged with the successes that I got today. I'd sent out to 3 guys that had... that I found addresses on. So those are 2 of the 3 there. And the 3rd guy, hopefully I'll still get him back as well. So, I gotta say that with the returns here, not what I was expecting, but pleasantly surprised. So far, out of the 4 that we've opened, only 1 of the 4 was what I was thinking it was going to be. The 2 NC State returns, one of them I knew was going to be an NC State return, just not the one that I got. And then the other one threw me for a loop. I had forgotten about it. I thought I was going to be getting a baseball return. The Ike Hilliard one, I had a real good feeling that was that. And like we talked about earlier, the Shaq one just completely surprised me. Now, having said all that, this one here, I 1000% know what it is. The reason for it is you'll notice that this one's different than all of my normal returns in that this is in a longer envelope. This is the size envelope I use when I send out. But because of what I was sending, I had to go with a little bit larger envelope than this. So quick little side story. Back 2004 NHL draft, I started a project of getting all of the first round draft picks on commemorative tickets. They had the draft at the arena here in Raleigh. So I was able to get maybe half the guys to sign while I was at the draft, but then and I picked up some extra blank commemorative tickets. So the task was now going to be to get the rest of the 15 or so picks to sign. So there were times spent driving, hours to go to minor league rinks to get some of these guys, sending off to colleges to get guys to sign, and ultimately getting a couple of them in person. Came down to the very last guy I needed was a horrible signer. Just did not like signing, didn't do stuff through the mail, nothing. So I ended up reaching out to, he was playing in the AHL at the time, and reached out to the organization and was able to get somebody from the office to actually get them signed for me and send them back. So I am the proud owner of single signed tickets of everybody that was a first rounder in the 2004 draft class. So yes, that includes guys like Evgeny Malkin and Alexander Ovechkin. The reason I say all that is because I was sending the full-size tickets, and I kind of ran into the same scenario I am with this, where I needed something that was a little bit larger, and finding just a little bit larger envelopes can be quite a task, but I did still have a couple left over. And so if I'm talking about sending a ticket and oversize and all that stuff, means that I know what this is. And with the fact of this one coming back out of Illinois, that says that, yes, this is exactly what I thought it would be. So, I had a good buddy of mine make for me some commemorative or some replicas of the 1994 Stanley Cup Game 7 ticket. And the goal has been over time to get these signed by the New York Rangers, who were the Stanley Cup champs. So in this case here, as you can see, Brian Noonan. Brian is actually a guy I have not seen and run into him in probably a good 20 plus years. I've been to different Rangers alumni events, and every time he's scheduled to arrive and show up for the game, he cancels out at the last minute. So back earlier in the year, I went to a Rangers alumni event and got a couple more of these tickets signed, and I've gotten some other guys here and there. So with Noonan, I found a working address for him. Apparently, it was just like he just goes really slow, kind of goes at his own pace, because this has been out for a while, and I thought maybe it was gone for good. But I got lucky here, and it looks like they came back. So really nice, signed in thin black Sharpie. So we'll get this one put into a nice top loader there. And then I'd also tossed in some cards to look at getting signed. So Brian definitely took care of me for it. So this was the one here. When I saw this show up for my scan, I was like, oh man, I hope he signed the ticket for me. And lo and behold, he surely did. So a great way to finish out the day. So let's do a little recap here. So on the day we have got, and I gotta make sure I can fit everything here. So on the day we ended up with a nice 5 out of 5 from Mr. Brian Noonan. We got our 6 out of 6 out of Mr. Tommy Maddox, NC State alum. Ike Hilliard came in with a very, very cool 4/4 for us, personalized. Totally fine with that. Willie Bell, also 4/4, signed on the back. And then, don't know if they're real or not, but hey, we'll still count it. Shaquille O'Neal with the 3/3. So all together, if we look at the day, we've got, let's see, that's 4, 8, 11, plus 6 is 17, 18, 19, 20. 22 autographs on the day, 5 returns in all. Not a bad way to start out the week. So a little bit longer video today, but I think it was well worth it for everybody, especially with the nice little interesting autographs that we got here, and certainly still kind of keeping with the flavor of what I enjoy collecting. And that's what all of you should be doing, is if you do your TTMs, collect what you like, not what somebody tells you to collect or what the most recent random successes were. Go for what you like. There's plenty of autographs out there to be had, so collect those that you like and enjoy what you get. As always, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Certainly feel free, leave those comments, give me that feedback, and if there's any questions you ever have about anything that we discuss in the videos, feel free, hit me up. I am always happy to help. So until next time, everybody, have fun, be safe. Hope your mailboxes are full of ink. Take care.